Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of American Truck Simulator, and today we are using this Freightliner FLD, one of my all-time favorite Freightliner trucks, and we are working for Sundown Express out of El Paso, Texas. And as you can tell, this truck is a former Werner truck. We are currently in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we are taking a load of these train axles to Rock Springs, Wyoming, to the railroad contractor place. Kind of surprised that Wyoming's been out for this long and we have not actually taken any loads of like railroad related equipment with how much of a rail fan that I am. But nonetheless, this is also our first time back in a semi-truck after doing like the box trucks and the vehicles and the bus mods previously. So this is, like I said, our first time back in a semi, and it is good to be back, baby. Taking a look inside the cab here, we got our U-ship because we are technically an owner-operator for this company. We got a Sirius XM radio, our GPS up there. Very nice looking cab. Like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite Freightliner trucks. Got our shifter, we got our mug down there, got some snacks and everything. We had our leftover pizza from last night. But yeah, guys, very cool stuff indeed. We even have all these different beacons, which can't really see because of how bright it is, but we do have a couple different beacons because we do haul a lot of like heavy oversized loads and whatnot. But today just hauling standard train axles. Alright, let's go ahead and waste no time. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright, like I said, it does feel great to be back in a semi-truck. Looks like we're taking a right out of here. I do have a couple other vehicle mods and another bus mod that we will be looking at as well. I think I screwed this up. I don't think that... Oh, they'll both open. Perfect. So I was about to say, I'm like, I think the only one that's going to open is that one. But here we go, back out on the open road. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My steering wheel decided to just kind of lock up on me. Had to give it some more power steering fluid, supposedly, because it just randomly locked up after we took that turn. Tried to get out of that gate. Seems to be working fine now, but let's see. I do need to get a new steering wheel, man, because this one, they don't even... Logitech doesn't even make updates for this one anymore. It is the Logitech GE Driving Force steering wheel, so it's not even like the G923 or the G920 or nothing. I think this is probably one of the very first steering wheels that they actually produced. But yes, I do need to get a new steering wheel here if I want to continue making these episodes, because this one is kind of going into the crapper. Not gonna lie. Sad thing is, it's not even calibrated properly anymore, because the steering wheel, you know how when your steering wheel is straight, how you're supposed to be driving straight? Well, this one I have to keep at an angle to the left a little bit in order to keep things straight. So it's not even calibrated properly. I've went into the input wizard, did all that stuff, and I think the steering wheel is just kind of broke. I really do think it is. But first and foremost, hopefully you guys are having a great Saturday, great start to your weekend. I took PTO for Monday, so I am off on Monday, as well as I took PTO for last Monday as well. But first things first, I just want to thank you guys for 7.55k subscribers. Do greatly appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me and the channel that you guys enjoy the content that I do put out. Gonna wait for some traffic here. I am noticing a lot of viewers on these videos are new viewers on the most recent ones that I've been uploading. So welcome to the channel. Definitely welcome. If you guys do end up subscribing, there is a get to know me video on the channel. It's my very first video I ever posted. May have to do another one just to kind of, you know, keep up with the updated stuff. Just to kind of have it updated. But then again, you know, it does, the first like 2 videos do talk a lot about me and who I am and all of that good stuff. And it looks like we are taking a right out of Cheyenne. But I do want to grow this channel even more. My goal is to get 10K subscribers by the end of this year. And I do plan on starting to stream again here very soon. I know I keep saying that, but it's actually happening. Done a couple test streams, and it's very nice because with the new fiber optic internet, I have no delays whatsoever. I remember back in when I was living at my dad's streaming, I was using coax internet, and I gotta say there was maybe about a 15 to 17 second delay from where I was at the live to where the live was actually at. And now I think I noticed maybe like a 5, 6, 7 second delay. So major improvement on that. Why are we struggling? We shouldn't be struggling. We have a pretty decent engine. And this is not external contracts, by the way. This is actually cargo market, so that we're not limited to 65 miles an hour. But like I said, hopefully you guys are off to a good weekend so far. I know last weekend was Easter weekend. We were kind of forced to work on that Saturday, which everybody had a problem about, but the district manager forced everybody to work. And I started an email chain because that's how we communicate at work, is through email. So I started an email chain saying that it's kind of shitty. Well, I didn't actually say shitty, but that the district manager is forcing us to work on Easter weekend, but yet he decided to go ahead and take PTO for himself so he can spend time with his family, but we can't. We can't spend the weekend with our family. If the DM is mandating everybody to be out in the field, then he should be out in the field as well. And let me tell you, I had like five other people chime in, and I definitely started something. I definitely started something. All right. But I did take PTO on that Monday. Was at my mother-in-law's house with my wife. And we went and saw a movie because she ended up taking PTO on that day too. Lauren was already off, so it kind of worked out in our favor. Variable speed limit ahead. Is it 75? Okay, it's 75. But we went and just, you know, kind of hung out. We went to go see the new Ghostbusters movie, which in my opinion was a really great movie. I honestly believe it was kind of a tribute to the second one, but honestly I had no idea there was a new movie until Lauren said something, because I didn't know, her mom didn't even know, and I didn't even know there was any other ones since the movie The Female Ghostbusters. And why are we struggling? We should not be struggling like this. Let's go ahead and turn on our hazards, I guess. Happy Jack Road. I am not a fan of how all these trucks are passing us, man. This is not good. Come on. Come on. Get some speed going. Let's go. Come on, truck. We got this. You and me together. We got this. Now it's 65. like I was saying though, I did not realize there was another Ghostbusters movie after the female one. Oh, why are we slowing down? Man, we just got back up to speed, and now we're going to be slowing down. Gotta love it. Got to love it. And yeah, like I said, it was a really great movie. Lauren said that we have to watch the other one together, which I kind of agree because, I mean, the movie did make sense. It really did make sense. It was kind of nice because it had pretty much all of the cast from the original in there as well, which was a nice tribute to the originals. I don't think there's going to be another one. There might be, but I don't. After this one, I really do not see another Ghostbusters movie coming out. But, you know, there could be. You never know. You never know. But before we actually went to the movie, we stopped to eat at Taco John's, which is like one of her mom's favorite fast food places. And honestly, I prefer Taco John's to Taco Bell in some aspects. But Taco John's came out with a taco pizza. And let me tell you, this thing was amazing. Sorry, bro, I'm going to have to cut you off here. But it's basically like, it had, I think, like a fiesta sauce that's like brand new to Taco John's. It had ground beef, lettuce, tomatoes on a 10-inch tortilla. And let me tell you, this thing was amazing. I didn't know they had pizza, but I think it's like a brand new limited time deal. And I gotta say, Lauren's mom took a slice, Lauren took a slice, and I finished the rest of that bad boy. It was so freaking good. So if you like Taco John's, definitely go try out their new Mexican pizza. And it's honestly, it's a lot better than Taco Bell's. I'm not really a fan of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza. I never really understood the hype of it, but I would prefer Taco John's. It's kind of sad though, because we had a Taco John's out here and they closed down, so the only closest one we have is in Bloomington instead of Champaign. But you know, it's worth the drive. Road closed 3/4 of a mile. I wonder if that's when it was when that was flashing. I-80 closed. It better not be closed. But yeah, I don't really see myself doing much anything this weekend on PTO. I kind of just mainly took PTO because of the solar eclipse. Because of, you know, I know all the stuff that people are saying on TikTok and on the news is kind of just fear-mongering you into, you know, thinking that this is going to be a much bigger thing than it actually is. But then again, just in case, I decided to take PTO. Just in case what people are saying is actually true. Plus, I also just, you know, wanted to see it from the comfort of my own home instead of being out in the field working. But then again, I live about 3 hours away from where we'll actually be able to see it perfectly, and it looks like it's about to start raining. Got really dark all of a sudden. Looks like it might start raining on this trip. Now, we've done this trip before. We've gone from Rock Springs, or from Cheyenne to Rock Springs before. But yep, it's starting to rain, ladies and gentlemen. We might need to put those wipers on a little more. This is some heavy rain, man. Not expecting it. I might end up putting my beacons on just to be on the safe side. Nah, we don't need our beacons. It's not that dark. Not expecting the rain, man. No, I was not. Sinclair is this exit, which we're not taking it. Having trouble staying in between the lines here, it looks like. I like how that dude went from the left lane to the right lane and then just right back over into the left lane. I don't get it. I don't get it. I might have to get over here for the cement truck. Well, this is going to be great. Our train axles are getting wet. Think we're good to come back over? Yeah, we're good. But I know I keep talking about quitting my job. I know I've mentioned it in like previous episodes a lot recently. But I honestly believe that my boss is really going to miss me whenever I do leave. I know we're hiring like more people now. He's done a couple interviews. One of my buddies from high school actually applied, had an interview on Friday. Yeah, last Friday. But I do think my boss is really going to miss me when I do leave, because I'm basically one of the few people that work that, because we work alone. So we have our own company truck. We go out, do our own thing. We have our own areas and whatnot. And I'm one of the ones that he doesn't really even have to babysit, because, I mean, I do my job. I do it right. And I get stuff done no matter what. And then, you know, obviously I go home at 8 hours, which probably wants me to work 9 or 10, but I do my 8 hours and I go home. I don't care. But I do think he's going to miss me. I don't complain to him, even though there's a lot of things that complain about, and a lot of people do complain at this job. I mean, I do bitch about it myself, but I don't sit there and bitch to my supervisor. I'll either bitch to my buddy or to my wife, or to, you know, people that don't work at the company, because I'm not trying to get snitched on if I say something wrong, and the next thing you know, the corporate's going to be watching me and all this other shit. So I don't talk to people at work. I really don't. Outside of work, anybody that I work with, I don't talk to except for one person, and that's a Dirty Russian, but he works in a completely different crew, and I'll get to that here in a second. But I've known him since 2017, and it's kind of cool because we actually met on YouTube. I think it was one of his videos he posted of him. I think it was like an Illinois State Police video, and that's where I commented saying, "Yo, I'm from Champaign, blah 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 blah," and he was, I think, from kind of like in between Peoria and Bloomington at the time. So it was kind of cool meeting him, and him and I have just been best friends ever since. It's been kind of cool. I'm kind of thankful for that, because I have someone that I can relate to that's like super close, and I didn't have to meet him like on like a friendship side or anything like that. So YouTube has really brought me together with a bunch of cool people. And then there was this new guy that just started a YouTube. His name is Rusty Champagne, who is also from the area. He does a couple different simulator games. He's done Supermarket Sim. He's done a couple other simulator games and whatnot. I'll have a link to both of their channels in the description if you do want to check them out. But it's kind of cool meeting more local people on this platform. And then possibly whenever I start streaming again, I might be able to meet more. I don't know. We'll find out. This rain is not lighting up, man. No, it is not. So, debate time. Jake break in the rain or no Jake break in the rain? Because I've seen it go both ways. Some people say yes, Jake break in the rain. Some people say no Jake break in the rain. And then some people also say no Jake breaking in the snow, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. But then there's also people that say, oh, nope, go ahead and Jake break in the snow, the ice, whatever. So if you guys are watching this, you're actual truck drivers, or you know more about this stuff than I do, definitely chime in the comment section letting me know. I want to try to make these a little bit more realistic, to as realistic as I possibly can, since I don't have a shifter or anything, and I really don't know much about the trucking industry other than people are looking for truck drivers, and nobody really wants to be a truck driver. So now we can go 80. Yeah, this rain is not lighting up anytime soon. This is going to be a rainy, wet episode, that is for sure, ladies and gentlemen. But going along back with my job, there's just coming out with new policies. So we have a new CEO as of last month, I think. Oh no, it was February. So we ended up getting a new CEO. The previous one we had when I first started quit because of a bunch of lawsuits going against the company for not paying overtime properly. And then they also had another one just recently because now they're starting to put like AI dash cams and cab facing or dual facing dash cams in our trucks. And one guy in South Carolina got fired because he decided to cover it up with a sticky note or something, or a piece of tape, and he won the lawsuit, that's for sure. He sued them for wrongful termination because he never actually consented to having a camera in his truck. What's going on? Why are we slowing down here? I gotta get off at this exit, I'm pretty sure. Oh, McDonald's, what are you doing, bro? But he never consented to having a camera in his truck, and honestly, neither did we. I mean, I've never signed a consent form, and I'm pretty sure in the state of Illinois you have to have a consent form for your employee to sign in order to put cab-facing cameras to be recorded, because that's what they had to do at Amazon for us, was have us sign a consent form saying that if you do not consent to this, you will be terminated, blah, 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 which has not happened at my company. But then now they ended up changing the handbook as well with the new CEO, and now we're at will employment to where they can fire you for whatever they want. So if they don't like your attitude one day, you can be gone, and you can't sue them because it's at will, and you consented to that when you consented to the handbook. Say, you don't follow the dress code, you're terminated. If you don't follow company policies, you're terminated. And it's just, they're making it really, really hard to stay at that employer. They really are. And it's crazy. They are starting to micromanage us like crazy. So with the cameras, supposedly anytime you are stopped, like in park, the cameras take a picture every 2 seconds of the cab just to see if you are sitting in your truck or whatever. But yeah, it's just the micromanagement is getting out of hand. It's not a problem with my boss, my supervisor. Bro, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. Couldn't stop in time. I apologize. It's raining. The brakes were not working properly. Yeah, you get it. You're a trucker too. But the higher ups is who we're having a problem with, because they're changing all this stuff, and now we're being forced to take a lunch break. I started back in May of 2022, and never have I ever had to take a lunch break at this company except in training, which work my 8 to 10 hours and go home. Now we're being forced to take a 30-minute lunch, which in turn makes us late for coming home. So this company preaches work-life balance, but it seems like you balance your life around work, because there is no work-life balance. There really isn't. It's just work, and then you get like a couple hours at home, and then barely time on the weekends. You get 1 day instead of 2. Granted, I'm actually kind of surprised that we're off this weekend, but then again, I wasn't going to show up anyway. Man, these brakes are really different in the rain. Yes, they are. So, but yeah, I mean, I have a 3-day weekend, which I'm not complaining about. PTO was approved, so I'm happy about that. But also, like I was saying, I work out in the Champaign area. My buddy Dirty Russian works out in the Peoria area, Illinois. And it's 2 separate districts, 2 separate crews, 2 different supervisors. But it's kind of weird, and it's about an hour and a half away from each other. And they do stuff differently than we do stuff. Is it right here? Is this where we go? I don't think so. I think it's up the road. But their policies are a lot different than our policies sometimes. So, like, we have these things called tickets. So if, like, let's say there's a utility that's not on the ticket, like Comcast, Xfinity, or whatever, or Mediacom, like your cable, we get told not to locate it. Now, if it's power and gas, locate it. If it's not, like if it's like internet or whatever, we get told to just leave it. The utility customer did not put on the ticket, so we don't locate it, so it'll go on the utility customer. Their policies is, even if it's not on the ticket, you mark it. So it's just like, how is our area this way and their area that way? And it's the same utility companies him and I deal with. Mediacom, Comcast, Ameren for power and gas, and it's the same thing, same policies for each, for the contract, but it's different policies per supervisor group in different district. And we live, like I said, we live an hour away, hour and a half away from each other, and it's that different. Like we're always on the phone together at work because it kind of helps pass the time. So we have like what we call conference calls each day, and we just sit on the phone, talk to each other for the entire day. And it's just weird how what I do versus what he does, and I'm like, well, he's like, he explains to me how they have to do it, and I'm like, well, I do it this way, and then I'll do the same thing, and he'll be like, well, we have to do it this way. It's just like the amount of different policies and stuff that we do it's crazy. So where do they want this thing? Oh, I see it. Ooh, this is going to be tough. It's going to be a blindside. It's definitely going to be a blindside. But it is crazy. It is definitely crazy how it's all different. But there have been a lot of new games that have come out. I have gotten a couple. I have been accepted to a playtest of a Chocolate Factory game, which we'll be checking out next week. And I got a copy from a developer of it's like a cartoonish hockey game, which unfortunately I have an embargo on that one, so I can't showcase it until it says the 11th, but I'm not about to decipher through these different time zones. So we are just going to make it on the 12th, which is next Friday. This could be a tough one to get into, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I got that damn bulldozer right there. Not the bulldozer, the mini right there. This is going to be tough, man. I don't know why they put that right there. I don't even think we're going to be able to get this one. I really don't. Yeah, I do not see us getting this one. If that wasn't in the way, possibly. But there's no way that we are going to be able to maneuver around that. I mean, there probably is. But with it raining and stuff, I really don't want to attempt it. Now, you know what? We'll attempt it. I was seriously not expecting it to rain today. And then there's also quite a few other games that I have found on Steam. They're like free games, demos, prologues, all of that good stuff of like cool looking games. I was also granted access to a brand new... We're going to hit that cone. Oh, we did not hit that cone, man. That was perfect. But I was also granted access from a developer and I guess you can kind of call her a hype up person for this game called Paramedics, which is it's supposed to be a realistic paramedic simulator, which I'm actually very excited to get in here. So thank you, Riley, for getting me a copy of that. The game has not released yet, but I am able to make videos on it. So we're going to do just that. It's going to be tough. I can't really see. Johnson & Smith Railroad Construction. So are these like the guys that go out and like change wheels too since they're construction, or is that something else? I think we're going to hit that mini. Yeah, we're going to hit that mini. Yeah, I just can't see us getting it in here. I really don't. Unless I go out a little bit farther this way. We'll just have to like cut it to the right, or to the right a lot. I'd have my window open, but I don't need the truck getting all wet, so we're just kind of like winging this, pretending like the window's open. Was not expecting it to rain this much, and now there's lightning too. And thunder. Gotta love it. We're gonna hit that mini. I think we'll be able to get this. I can't even see in the mirrors, man. That's how bad it's raining. Oh nope, we messed up. We messed up. Oh, what did we hit? We hit that gravel. I think we're gonna get it this time. I'm hoping. We might have to do a pull-up just to kind of straighten it out, but I'm wondering how we're gonna get the tractor out of here. We will have to definitely do this one at an angle, that's for sure. I'm hoping that this actually counts for that achievement of hauling railroad-related items. Because I know there's like, it's an achievement and you have to haul like 3 different loads to or from the railroad, which I think is the Genesee, Wyoming Railroad. Unless it's got changed with a different thing. I'm not too sure. Think we're going to get it this time? Are we? Are we? Are we? Are we? Are we? Maybe. Maybe. Definitely a tight back, but we got it in, baby. Parking brake. Okay, it's on. Alright, like I said, we kind of had to do it at an angle, but we got it in. Sundown Express, X-Werner Freightliner FLD, one of my all-time favorite trucks. And man, there has been a bunch of truck mods recently that have been updated that we've showcased in the past. And there's just a lot of new trailer truck mods that have been updated for 1.49. So we definitely have a lot of ATS to get caught up on and a lot of stuff to showcase. But yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this one. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I will catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Take care, everyone. I just realized we didn't even freaking do this. I'm just like, I was so ready to just be like, yep, I'm ready to go, ready to edit this, ready to get it uploaded. And I'm just like, well, I forgot to actually drop the freaking load. So 251 miles, not too bad. 53.8 gallons of fuel for $11,000, almost $600, and 495 XP, level 63. Let's see what we got going out of this company. Might just do something in my free time. So we have a Volvo compactor and a Volvo hauler, which technically ain't that a steamroller, and then just a standard like dump truck. So nothing too fancy. But yep, like I said, from here, Cheyenne to Rock Springs, we've done this journey before, I believe when Wyoming first came out. But yeah, guys, now we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. And I'll catch you guys here on the next one. Take care.